What's going on, world? Welcome to my podcast. It's just different with Ty, where I talk about sports, social, political issues, you name it, everything under the sun. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can get updated on all the hottest, latest, newest videos from me because I'm coming with that fire. Leave all comments in the section below. And if you want to come on here and have a debate with me, I might entertain it, pending what it is. But if you come on here, you better come correct because I ain't going to play no games with you. Seems like a trend is going on. San Francisco is also trying to follow suit for reparations for black residents in San Francisco. We're going to talk about all of that, right? Stay tuned. Welcome to It's Just Different with your host, Ty. All right. So, I see what's going on here, and I don't like it. I know you're looking at me and saying, hey, Ty, you're a black person. Why don't you like reparations? It's not that I don't like it. It's I don't like the things that are in it or that is coming up as a request. And I have an issue with that. And plus, I think it's just, again, another thing to play on black people's emotions with this reparations. But San Francisco, a panel was put together in San Francisco, and I guess they came up with numbers, and they feel that every black person in San Francisco should get $5 million plus other things. And I'm gonna read this off real quick, and I'm gonna talk about that. So, a San Francisco panel studying reparations has proposed a one-time payment of $5 million to each black resident of the city deemed eligible. A lump sum payment would compensate the affected population. The committee also proposed wiping out all debt associated with educational, personal, credit card, and payday loans, payday loans for black households. To be initially eligible, applicants must be 18 and show they have identified as black or African American or on public documents for at least 10 years. So this is a panel in San Francisco. Sounds good. Like I said, if you remember, I did a video about reparations in New York, where lawmakers in New York said that, or they voted to have the discussion on reparations for black people in New York. Yeah, we'll see how far that goes. I just think, again, it's just something to get black people excited, and it's a tool used but by the Democratic Party. That's what I personally believe. But going back to this San Francisco thing, I notice in a lot of when reparations is discussed, and I keep on saying it time and time and time again, why aren't anyone saying anything about land? I'll say that again. Why none of these panels, when it's discussed about reparations, is land not included? Why is land not included in this reparation package? I have a serious problem with that. Black people lost millions of acres of land illegally, and I have yet to see a black panel in anywhere in the city that I've seen. Maybe it's going on somewhere I don't know about. I have yet to see land as something we should get back in reparations. And I look at people like Thomas Mitchell. I believe he's a professor, I believe, at Texas A&M University. He's doing a great job down there, working with a crew of people to go over how, they taking records and everything else on how black people lost their land illegally, going back for decades. And so if anybody is serious about black people getting their land back, you ought to hook up with him and see what can we do to get that back. So again, it said the committee also proposed wiping out all debts associated with educational, personal, credit card, and payday loans for black households. Again, nothing about land. In order for me to take any panel serious, land has to be included. I'm sure there are other things that need to be in there, obviously so. But if you're asking me, land has to be there. Land has to be more so than even money. Land has to be there. And we get caught up on the money value, right? $5 million per black person. Ooh, yeah, it's a lot, right? Yeah, it sounds good. First of all, they're not gonna give us no $5 million. I really don't see that. I truly do not see that at all. I'm being serious. If there was a chance where they felt that black people deserve reparations and they want to give us $5 million, right? This is just pertains in San Francisco because this is where this panel and study was done. If they really want to do it and if they decide to do it, unfortunately, I feel just, and I can't speak for all black people in other different parts of the country. I don't know. I'm just talking about, as far as black people in my community I deal with. Most of them don't understand the value of a dollar. Facts. Most of them do not understand the value of a dollar. So a lot of us we don't have financial literacy. So what's going to happen? You're going to give black people $5 million that do not know anything about the value of a dollar, generational wealth, try to do things, create generational wealth or anything like that. And what we're going to do is put that money back into the system, white system, that is oppressing black people. That's what's going to happen. And they're going to say, and they're going to sit back and go, well, we gave you $5 million. You can't say nothing about anything else now. You can't say nothing else because we gave you money. Now, if you weren't intelligent enough or financially smart enough to make investments or create your own black America or, whatever, that's on you. And unfortunately, that's what I fear might happen. So if the government decides to give us that $5 million, trust me, it's going to be that they are pretty much sure that most black people is going to basically burn it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a waste. And again, we have to get land has to be included in this reparation package. I don't know who they have on these panels. Again, it has to be on there. It has to be on there. It just has to be on there. But let me tell you why I think this is coming out. Like I said, I did a video about this in New York, reparations, and now San Francisco. Pretty sure there's going to be other, and this is done by the Democratic Party, right? I don't know if there's Republicans or, but I know this is being done by the Democratic Party. I'm gonna make this connection to you. Remember, in the height of the pandemic in 2020, wasn't that long ago. Remember, during the height of 2020, the Black Lives Matter protest that was going on in every city, every state, and which felt like everywhere in the world. Remember that? And they had black people honestly believing that this country is starting to turn around and they're actually taking black people serious and they really want to address our issues and give equality and all these different things. That, my friend, was just game being run on us by the Democratic Party, because all that was a tool to get then President Donald Trump out of office. That's all it was. That's all it was. It was great propaganda tool used by the Democratic Party to get Donald Trump out. Ooh, got to get Donald Trump out. He's the boogeyman. He's the boogeyman. Racism is at all-time high because he's here. There's never really been no racism going on because this world was such a this country was such a perfect place. And once when Donald Trump got in, ooh, everything is chaos and out of hand, and we got to get him out. We got to get him out. And they did a great propaganda tool, the Democratic Party, of putting that mind frame in black people's head and thinking that we have to get him out. And if we get him out, things are going to get better because the Democratic Party actually care for us. When the election was announced, what was it, like November 7th, 8th, whatever, 2020, right? Whenever the election was, right? And that next day, I can feel it in me that the fire, the drive behind the Black Lives Matter movement was gone. The mission was accomplished once when the polls came out and we seen that now President Joe Biden is, won the election and Donald Trump is out. I felt that next day it was over. It was a wrap. That what we was pushing hard for, protesting, they not backing it no more. And that's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. And this is the same thing. The election is what, 2020, 2024? So I feel that this is the Democratic Party now playing on black people's emotions, making black people believe that yet again, we really care and we're sorry and we want to make things right for all the atrocities and all the things that we've done to black people in this country. Let's talk reparations. And as the elections get closer and closer, you're going to see more cities come with panels, and we're looking to adopt to this, all these different things, but it's never going to say it's now law that starting this date we're gonna pay black people for reparations. They're gonna do all these silly little slick word plays to get black people thinking that you are going to get reparations, and it's not gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. But they're gonna use this to get your vote, because the whole thing about the Black Lives Matter thing, I'm not talking about the group, but the forces behind that, right? The Democratic Party, them being behind that, it was just to address police brutality and all these other different things. So now that's gone. That's gone. That's out the way now. We got Biden in. And they're doing this, I feel, because if we're being honest, as soon as President Joe Biden got in, he came up with a mandate, a bill for the Asian community. He came up with a bill for the LGBTQ community, and he didn't come up with a bill to protect black people. So black people remember that, and a lot of black people are upset about that. And now with the inflation, with gas and eggs and all these different things going up, and people losing their jobs and homes at an alarming rate due to this recession that we're in, right? We going to war, sending billions of dollars and billions upon billions to Ukraine, and yet you got people your own American people on the streets can't even buy soap. So the Democratic Party has to do something to try to get black people back on board. And this is what it is. They're going to hit you with the reparation talk. And they're going to talk about it, and it's going to sound good. And it's going to, yeah, we got the discussion. It's on the table. Y'all, I told you it's coming. And it ain't going to happen. I'm telling you that right now. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you, I can be wrong, but I can pretty much assure they will not give black people reparations. And if so happen that they do, it's going to be because they already have the belief that you're going to squander it. You're going to blow it. You're going to buy nothing of value. You're not going to leave nothing behind for your for your kids and grandkids. That's what their belief is going to be. So we have to be very careful. And this ain't a hey, let's go and vote for Republicans. No, it's not. I'm just saying, just peep game. Just peep game. Just peep who's behind this and the parties that's behind this whole reparation talk that we're seeing a lot. They already putting it in now. All right. So that's it, y'all. And please feel free to comment. Let me know if you feel I'm right, wrong, whatever. And thank you guys for watching. It's Just Different with Ty. Again, make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right. So until then, peace and love.